Hi everyone and welcome back to A Day in the Life podcast. We are so thrilled to have our guests on today. We've got two of them, which is going to be brilliant. Usually I'm only sat talking to one. So to have a fabulous duo, I cannot wait to hear all about a day in their lives because it is going to be an interesting one. Their job is not the norm. It is creative, it's energetic, and they're doing something different all of the time. So prepared to go on a crazy adventure of interesting stories as we really dig deep to find out what Starkidz get up to on a day-to-day basis. I will get them to introduce themselves properly in a minute, but I just want to remind everybody about what the podcast is truly about. So, A Day in the Life podcast is not about having everything figured out. This is not a showcase of what is the right way to live. This is just to showcase how people really live. Their routines, the trade-offs, the quiet moments that they have, and all the things that sometimes we don't say out loud. So we want you to sit back and get comfortable. And if you're sat there currently thinking, my life's not how I want it to be, hopefully you might find a little bit of an insight as to how your life could be. So like, share, subscribe. If something resonates with you within today's podcast, share it with someone directly. You never know, you might be the person that changes the trajectory of someone's life by sharing this podcast with them. So, ladies, let's get ourselves ready and raring to go because I'm super excited about this. You always bring the party, bring the fun. But for anybody that at home is watching that's just come across this podcast, introduce yourselves and who you are and what you do.
Fab. So I'm Jan, and this is my daughter. Well, I'll let you say. I'm Ellie. And we run Starkidz, which is a kids' entertainment party, mostly party.
Yeah, it's a big bracket saying we're kids entertainers because we do events, parties,
festivals,
random stuff in schools as well. Yeah. Just everything.
Yeah,
really involving kids.
Well, adults too. We've just booked in a 90th birthday party.
Wow.
I think that's our oldest.
Oh, brilliant. That's so cool. Yeah. You're just going through the ages now. Everyone's involved. I love that. And is it true that you've been to Glastonbury?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that? Because
yes.
that seems huge to me. That's where like Harry Styles and like Robbie Williams are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
we're very, very, very grateful. I think that's what keeps us going with Starkidz. Yeah. On the days where I come home from a party and I've just had kids screaming at me, that is my thing that grounds me, and I'm like, at least we go to Glastonbury.
Sometimes I think like, it'd be so much better just to get a job in Asda, and then think, no, I won't be able to go to Glastonbury. Yeah. So it's really strange the way it happened. So my husband's in a band and he was playing Glastonbury, and this was like 2011. And I'd already kind of like, Starkidz was already a thing. But I spent most of the time in the kids' field, and
I was a kid at this point, so I was a kid at Glastonbury, so I think that's what's special for me that we do it now, because I know how they feel, because I've been a kid experiencing it.
Because I had the kids with me, I spent all the time in the kids' field, and I remember just like sitting there watching all the stage shows, watching Rasta Mouse, thinking, I want to be on that stage, like this is my dream. And I got chatting to a guy who was a CBeebies presenter, and it's just total fate, isn't it? Just total fate that we got chatting. He recognised us every day, because I was literally in there all day long. And we just got, like, he's my best friend now, we're like such good friends. So we kind of got chatting, and then he invited me to get, well, I took you. He invited me to work with CBeebies the year after. So I was kind of there.
I think
with
you did
CBeebies.
that for a few years with them, and then we got the opportunity to do it just solely as Starkidz.
So it's a really tight circle. In the kids' field, we really did need to like showcase Starkidz, didn't we? But it's really nice because it's like a little family. So when we get to go there, we know everyone. It's always the same faces, and it's just like, hello, and we all have a big catch up, and
it's lovely.
So.
And a huge tick of approval, I suppose. It must have felt like, as you said, Starkidz was already up and running, and already being successful in what you were doing. But to have it then sort of showcased on a bigger stage, a bigger platform, that doesn't always you know, a lot of small businesses don't get to do that.
No.
But then this is what I always kind of tell people, because we are like a mum and daughter duo. I literally have sat there as a kid and watched you do it on the stage, whatever you were doing those years. And then now it's me and you're watching me. Like it's just swapped, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But it was crazy when, I just thought I'd mention it, that when we did start going, and I think we camped with them the first year, you know, I was still a kid. I was still watching stuff, especially because I had a little sister. Like CBeebies was on a lot, and I was just sat in this like campsite with all these like huge names that I was watching on my telly, just like, oh there's that person, and getting on the shoulders watching Arctic Monkeys. I was like, oh, I'm on their shoulders. Yeah, so it was crazy for me. But then now it's nice because I've kind of grown up with them, and now we have such a close
And it's also good as well because we've made friends with all these like, you know, massive kids entertainers.
But we're just these little ones from South.
For
some reason we're
But it's good. The team members that we've got now, who, you know, they might be new, they might be like 16-year-olds, they're just going into performing. We can say, oh look, you know, we're friends with this person, and they can learn such a lot.
And it's networking for them.
It's huge. That's a huge networking opportunity, and like you say, being able to showcase your talent on a bigger stage. But even like you say, knowing those people by name and being able to sort of say, oh, we've got someone you know that's working for us that would be ideal for that, which is brilliant. So I suppose let's bring it back down to sort of a day in your life. So what does that look like on a sort of on more of a day-to-day kind of basis? What is it that, you know?
So I think I used to run Starkidz on my own. I do not know how I did it on my own now, like without Ellie. It's crazy to think, but you know, when it was just me,
I think it has grown now.
It has grown
because it's been able to, because there's been two of us doing it.
But Ellie, she was kind of like helping me do like little bits and bobs, and then you thought, right, I'm gonna try and have a normal job.
Yeah, and I was just like, no. But I think that's what I like talking about, like day to day. I think what I always tell my friends and what I'm really grateful for is that no day is the same. Like I don't think I can do like I don't think you can either. No. Just like a day that's exactly the same. Like, you know, even the weekends, it's always a different party, always like most of the time a different set of kids. I mean, we have a lot of like regulars, but it's like a day to day is kind of, it's hard to say, really.
What I was going to get at was like a day-to-day now is totally different to like what a day was.
Yeah.
So we have got an office in town, but we also do kind of, we're just lazy girls. We're just lazy.
So it's either we are like up and dressed in the office, like, well, let's get everything done.
We're girl bossing today, we're sat there
watching telly, but with like, I'll be on my iPad making a poster, you'll be like doing messages. But then it's like little stuff as well that people probably don't even think about, like all the costumes and all the maintenance of that you have to do, all the ordering. Like, you know, if people have been to parties, they know that we just leave and everything's covered in confetti. Like, it's ordering that confetti, ordering all the prizes, making sure the wigs look okay, making sure the costumes haven't got like sweets and chocolate down from when a kid's had like an ice cream and just like got it all over their outfits.
So I think it's those nuances within your day that you've kind of almost like brushed over a little bit, and those that, you know, you said girl bossing one day, next day sort of like chilling and doing, but that you need that sort of rest, recuperation, because what you're doing is so high energy. You know, when you're turning up at that party, you are on. You don't have time to sit and sort of like chill then. So, you know, you've got that sort of almost yin and yang sort of things, and it's nice to be able to do that together, I suppose.
We pump each other up.
100%.
She really keeps me going, because my head is all over the place, and she's like, focus.
I'm like the organ.
Lock in, that's it.
I'm like the
I like that.
The way that even like the diary is, like I would have to write it on the line, whereas you're just like,
well, I know where everything is. So we've kind of both got like our little...
I think it works that you're kind of like, oh, this idea.
It's like she's the mum and I'm the kid. That's the relationship.
Yeah, but you have all these ideas, but I feel like I help you be like, right, well...
you're like, no. You can't buy this. You can't buy a hot air balloon.
Well, you can. But I think that leads in really nicely to my next question, so what part of your day then takes more time than what most people will think then? Is there a certain element that you actually, people watching you will see the cool, calm and collected, you're right at the party, you're there, but what's taken
for me,
you
it's
to get
100% the admin. I can spend all day, all evening on the admin because it's kind of like, because we want to make it the right kind of thing, and there's so many questions, there's so many little details that we need to make sure.
And like every kid's different, and we really try and cater for that. So it might be, worried mum that wants to ask 100 questions,
which is
because
fine.
Their kid's got like specific needs, but then another mum that's just laid back and is just like, just book a party, okay? I don't care, like just turn up.
But the admin is just, it is bonkers for us at the moment, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. And I just feel like I've got back to everyone. I can have, okay, everything's done now. I've replied to everyone, and then it's like, ping, replies back again. I'm like, but it's great. It keeps us going. But I think with our job, I feel that people don't kind of take it as seriously as like as someone who's like works in insurance or something.
I say this all the time.
I don't think that people kind of think, they just stick a costume on, they just be silly, they're just getting paid for just. But it is absolutely 100% full-time job, isn't it? Like every single day.
It's like my boyfriend, like I'll be lying in bed at like 10 o'clock making something or like making a reel, and he's like, why are you still doing that? And it's like, because it's not a 9 to 5, it is just this. I don't think when you have like your own business like this, you can't really clock out. You're constantly on your phone replying, out and about. Like I think sometimes it just looks like I'm just sat on my phone in places, but you're just constantly having to do stuff.
It's that personal touch. You're passionate about what you do, and I think it's making sure everything that goes out there is at that top level. You've got pride in what you do. You want it to be seen at that level all the time, and that really does take dedication, and it takes that consistency. And that's very, very much what you guys are about.
And plus we've got so many team members as well, so it's all kind of making sure they're all okay. And we're as cheesy as, I always say this like in interviews, like as cheesy as it sounds, we are a really close team. Like we see each other outside. Like even when I was younger and I was kind of going into work and stuff, or to like sit with you or whatever, like it's always been just this lovely group of people, and it's just always been
do you have sort of like mantras or things that you kind of like run through with each other, or if it's been like a tough day, or if there's been something goes wrong, is there anything supportive that you've got?
I've got on my wall next to my chair in the office, everything works out for me. That is my mantra, because like something could come up and I'll just be like, everything works out for me, and then it does. The team
because it is
we'll
hard,
all pull together,
because like there could be an illness, and these people, they need us to turn up, and we never, we always like try our absolute best and never try and swap a character or change anything. It's but we're working with like 16 to maybe 25-year-olds, would you say? That's like the age range of our team. So things happen, and it's trying to like sort all that. So that everything works out for me.
That's our mantra.
But also like we take risks. Like we're putting on events, and some haven't worked, and some haven't really sold and stuff like that in the time that we've done it. It's them kind of risks, but then everything works out for me, and a lot of the time it does. Most of the time it does. It's very rare that it doesn't.
Thank you, universe.
Fantastic. Well, that was an amazing start. We're going to head over to a sponsor in a second, but when you are sort of listening into the sponsor, I think you need to be thinking about when in your life something has worked out just for you. And we'll be back in 2. Welcome to A Day in the Life, our sponsor slot. This is where if you have a business, we could be featuring you. This is an opportunity to showcase what your business does, have it highlighted by us. So get in touch at A Day in the Life, and this is where your business could really shine. And we are back. We are here today with Starkidz, and we are going straight in with our next question, because this is what I'm so interested to find out. For everything that you do, there must be some hilarious stories, things that go on behind the scenes that not many people could probably imagine because we're not living in that world. What is something that's been like a highlight or some kind of funny story that stood out for you over the recent months or years?
The Easter Bunny one.
Yeah, I could do that, yeah.
Oh, there's so many.
There is so
like
many.
Every single day there's so many.
I think because it's kids and you never know what they're going to say. There's just random things that they come out of and you think, Like, I know that it wasn't me, but a team member once got asked, I think they were dressed as Elsa or something, like, why have you got eyebrows? It's like, well, it's a good question. Why do I have eyebrows?
For my expressions when I sing.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you're not the real Elsa, you've got eyelashes. And it's like, yeah, I do have eyelashes, yeah. That sort of thing.
But a funny story is it was a Alice in Wonderland party, and for some reason we hadn't wrote that, or the mum was expecting the Easter Bunny or the White Rabbit to turn up, and for some reason it wasn't wrote down. So I was sat in the office and I got a phone call off one of the team and they were like, oh, she was expecting the Easter Bunny, and I was like, oh, okay, like trying to figure out what to do. The party venue is only down the road. So I thought...
This is about 10 years ago.
This is ages ago. So I thought, right, I'm going to chuck it on. I'll chuck it on and I'll just run there in this costume. So ended up running there.
Dressed as the bunny.
Everyone was beeping me on the way. So I was like, what are you doing? I was like in a really good mood. Ran into this party venue. It was someone else's party. It wasn't us. So I just turned up.
Wasn't it like a church thing?
No, I don't know. It was some DJ guy doing a limbo with kids, and it was not us. So like, I kind of like burst in, like, I'm here, trying to make a big entrance, thinking, you know, we've forgotten to bring the Easter Bunny to this party. Anyway, just like looked at this guy and was like, this isn't us. Just literally waved, walked back out. Had to then run back to the office and be like, which venue? But the venue it was very similar in the name. So then I had to ring a taxi to take me to the other one. But yeah, we made it, and she was happy. And see, I don't even think that she knew that the Easter Bunny wasn't wasn't written down. So like, we always make sure that.
You can always spin it, can't you? Like you say, making a big entrance, changing the dynamics of the party, and.
But that's what it is. It's like improv. Like everything is.
Yeah. But I remember like writing on our Facebook page, like, whoever's party we've just ran into with the Easter Bunny, they must have been thinking, what the hell's that? Like, this Easter Bunny running in, waving, and then being like, oh, and then like walking back out again.
Yeah, I'm sure that's in someone else's family story going. It wasn't meant to happen, but the bunny arrived.
But honestly, there's so much. There's like. Especially with the elves, there's so many funny stories with the elves. Yeah.
Well, even I've seen your elves running around at Christmas time and just seeing them out on the street corners running to the next house. Which is all. I just think that's such a local tradition. Like, you know, drive around at Christmas time and you just like, oh, they're the elves.
Yeah, the elves are huge. That's like the big one. And like you always say that the most, like if you're at a networking thing, they always say like, oh, you're the one with the elves. Like that's the most thing that kind of comes up.
But don't you start making bookings for them really quite Wow, that's insane.
A lot of planning.
Yeah, it takes a lot of planning.
And that in itself, I know this isn't going out anywhere near Christmas, but the logistics of that for you, like you say, I'm seeing them running around the street from house to house, but you've had to plan that route so that you know that they can be there at specific times, which in itself is, you know, no mean feat.
The elf admin's completely, like, that's different to the, like, that is a 9-to-5 job at Christmas completely, and November
so we have like 6 teams out every day, and each team has 25 visits.
That is insane.
And
that's so
all
cool.
Kind of have to be in the same postcode.
So it could be like one's in Wigan, maybe usually 2 are in Southport, aren't they? One's in Chorley, one's in Liverpool.
Well, a huge shout out to all of the elves that are running around. I'd start your fitness regime now because it sounds like it's exhausting. But yeah, like you said, to have that energy to keep going to all those houses, you know, I applaud that. So I suppose going on that and those being those elf characters, do you have characters that you either like really resonate with and you find them sort of like in your history as like, I love being that character, or is there any that have popped up that you think, I've got to dress like that now because that's the new in thing.
I'll let you answer that one.
Well, I kind of go through phases of doing it. I'm not really doing it much at the moment, but I did have a bit of a phase of doing it, didn't I? But I love Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Rapunzel's mine. And I like the more creative ones. Like I like taking the dinosaurs. We did like the Room on the Broom stuff. Like that was, I love doing that. So I think I like the more ones you can be a bit creative with rather than like Elsa. It's a bit like, and obviously K-pop Demon Hunters is the...
It's the huge thing. It's not going away, is it? No. They just won something at the Grammys, like whatever it was. That is a different trajectory of pop. That.
Yeah, but I will not be ever. I draw the line at that. But yeah, I think I like when you can do so much more with a theme than just kind of like pirates. Like we love doing pirates.
Yeah.
The more creative-y things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
I think that's good to have that as your own ethos. And like you say, you have people that come in and they will probably have a totally different opinion on that and go, well, actually, I like being, the stereotypical characters, for want of a better word. They enjoy that. So it's nice that you're able
and
to
they're what the
source
kids like.
That's what they just want to be what they can say, don't they? So I suppose sort of from my perspective, how long did it take you to get ready? Because obviously I walked in, I came in for a meeting completely different and separate, and you were getting ready in the background to go and be that character for the day. Does it take time? And imagine that, makeup and...
I think it's more... I think, and this is what people don't really maybe think about as much, is it's all the background work you have to do. Like the kids they do not mess around with the questions they ask. If you are Rapunzel or Spider-Man and you don't know where they're from, you don't know who their like best friend is, the kids will catch you out and they ask so many questions. And I think that's what we get the most good feedback on, is that parents have heard, or I don't know, conversations that have gone on, or kids have been like, oh, she is real because she knew my answer, she knew like the question.
So there's a lot of background work that all the teams have to do, so like watching the films.
And we're so funny about that attention to detail too.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I never would have even have thought of. Like you say, who's their friend, if their character eats something specific, they need to know that.
Because they really do catch you out. And I mean, a lot of the time, you do have to just improvise. I've been asked some crazy questions. Like I say in interviews, like, this is crazy, but I say that our job is just gaslighting kids, basically. Oh, God. Like in a very specific way. Because like we are, like they'll go, you wearing a wig? And it's like, no. And like, you are.
I was born this way.
Like gaslighting's obviously like a horrible like term to use, really. But we're trying to make that magic, and we get so much feedback. Like we've got reviews being like, and parents saying that they felt like a kid because of kind of how much we went in with it. So like as like a princess or whatever, it's not even just sitting in the morning and putting makeup on and making yourself look the part.
The songs as well. We need to make sure that the girls all learn. But then it is makeup as well. The makeup. I mean, like most of the girls kind of do come in already with the faces on, but then you've got like alphabet, so that takes a while to do. We used to do the Grinch as well. That was an absolute pain because that was all prosthetics.
But we just really try and keep the magic as it's so specific. Like we're even funny about getting out the car. Like we will try our absolute best to not get out the car in front of any kids, because it's like, why would this person be getting out? And we use magic to get them in. And I think a lot of people would maybe just crumble if they were like, oh, you're not real. They'd probably go, yeah, I'm not, to be honest. But we're so like, no, I am.
But we've always made it as well that we've done this from the beginning, that we've always had a host. So you've always got the host who'll deal with the equipment, who'll deal with chatting to the mum. If any like situations arise, the host does it rather than sending in like
if music goes wrong or something happens in the room, it's not that the characters are sorting, it's somebody else.
So that's kind of really keeps the magic as well.
Yeah. Fabulous. Well, we're going to go to another short break in a second, but I just wanted to highlight for anybody that is currently watching, that is maybe thinking they've got a daughter or a son that would like to get involved in something like this, or even if they're sat watching themselves going, actually, it sounds like so much fun and I'd like to be part of the tribe. Is there any specific attributes or something that they should be doing in their spare time? Because it isn't just something that you can just do. You know, there is a skill to it. Like you said, there's a talent involved to it as well. It's not just looking aesthetically one way.
Yeah.
You know, what are some of those attributes that people could be, you know, pursuing or trying hard to create?
At the moment, to be a host, which a host is kind of like who runs the party, looks after all the equipment, we do mostly ask that they drive, but also that they're very confident, because they will be kind of like running the show. Also need to be very bossy, because they need to be kicking the princesses' bums when they're taking too long to get ready. And then if it's like a princessy type character or pop hunter type character, they need to be able to sing.
And just be good with kids mostly, and have like people skills. Like, you know, if the type of person that like gets nervous or like isn't very good at talking to people, like you're probably not going to be able to do. You have got to be a certain type of person. But saying that, I think a lot of people think you have to have done performing.
No, definitely not.
We've got a lad that's doing is he doing accounting stuff in college?
Wow.
And he's working with a lad that's doing sports. So it's just, you don't even have to have done performing.
Just need to be outgoing, bubbly, and be able to put up
and be good crack, really. Like just be like, you've just got to be up for it.
Someone that just wants to get involved, wants to sort of like live and breathe it, basically.
And it's so rewarding as well. So rewarding. Like you come home, like especially with them elf garden visits, say if you've done 25 houses, there might be one kid in there, or it might be a full family or a party. So you're seeing so many kids in that day, and you've made each of them individual kids Christmas more magical, and they'll remember it. And it's so nice. It's lovely.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to pause there and we're going to go to another break. But if you are thinking of getting involved, you know, maybe even, you know, come along to a party, you know, just all, you know, I know that you do loads on social media. Have a look, see what they do. And I'm sure we'll see you all at a Starkidz party. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper into their lives to find out what really makes them tick. We'll see you in a bit. We want you. If you are a local business in Southport or the surrounding area, we have no preference. We would like to showcase your business. We are all about collaboration, supporting, and also showcasing what businesses have to offer. So if you want to be in this slot during the podcast, get in touch and let us make you shine. And we are back. So far, I have learned so much about Starkidz. You're super energetic, super sort of creative, absolutely love it. But we're going to dig a little bit deeper now, because your work life is just part of what you do. But I'm going to ask you a question now that takes a little bit of thought. What is something that you thought that you would have figured out by now that maybe you don't?
I thought by now I'd definitely have made my first million.
I love that. That's pure honesty.
But we'd have a massive house with like a pool and like a home gym.
What do you think?
Well, what I was going to say was, I have just never really been sure of what I've wanted to do. I didn't go to uni. I felt very, very, like when all my friends were going to uni, I felt very like, should I be going? Like a struggle with the fact that like everyone left, you know, and I was just here doing Starkidz and stuff. I actually left college. I didn't complete college.
Tell the story why you left college.
Because I was just getting so many more opportunities doing this.
She was doing performing arts and drama in college, but we were doing shows. I think the last
I was having to go in and say like, oh, would you mind if I didn't come in tomorrow? I've got this. Like one day I had to go in and ask if I could have the day off because I was going on this morning.
Wow.
And stuff like that. So I just didn't complete it, and then I was kind of like, oh, is that a bit crazy? But I just get so many opportunities here. But I think that I've always worried and always just kind of been like, oh, I love this. I know this is what I'm good at. I'm good at working with kids. I've worked in a nursery. I've done boring 9-to-5 type stuff. And this is what I always just come back to thinking, this is what I do the best. But I'm always like, is this right? Should I be doing something else?
Yeah.
So I always tell her that everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
I think
everyone.
yeah, I think everybody does, even when you're starting something new. So you know, you've hinted and talked about what else you'd want to do with Starkidz, and I suppose for both of you now, it's kind of like an unknown. You kind of know what you want, but it's unknown in terms of when that's going to happen or when that's going to play out, and you know, there's a lot of moving pieces, and I think it's probably that a lot of the time that people feel the same. There's that insecurity as to, I want to be something, but I can't picture what it is, or I don't know when it is.
Well, I think it kind of clicked. Like, I'm turning 24 soon, but when I turned 23, to be fair, I think it just kind of clicked in my head, and I thought, no, I like what I'm doing right now, and you know, this might not be forever. People might not want parties like this forever, and I'm so grateful. So I've completely changed my mindset, and I'm just like, I'm grateful that I can do this now, because it might not be forever. I hope it is.
Well, what I always think with you saying that is that ChatGPT can't steal our jobs.
No.
ChatGPT can't do parties.
AI is not coming for you.
And also, every single day there's babies being born.
That's true.
Everyone has a birthday party.
But I do really genuinely love this job, and like when I meet new people and it's that conversation of like, oh, what do you do? It was like that thing of us saying that don't take it that seriously before, and it's always like, oh right. But then when I sit and talk about it and say like, I do this, like I'm part of this kid's memory, like they're gonna remember that. And like I saw a thing the other day saying kids don't, like, you don't remember what you got for your birthday, but you do remember your birthday party. Like, I don't know what I got for that birthday when I had the magician, that Mr. Sticks, but I remember Mr. Sticks.
Completely, and that's the same with people at Christmas as well. Like you say, they'll remember the elves coming and how they messed up the garden and, you know, stuff like that.
It's funny with the elves, because we have people now that had us when we first started. Their kids are all grown up, you know, the adults or the teenagers, and they're still booking us because they're like, it's your tradition. We
have some of them, the kids that now work for us as well, which is crazy.
I mean, that's phenomenal.
Starkidz has gone full circle now. So like people that have had like our princesses at their parties, they're now princesses. It's crazy.
But I'm very grateful.
I think you're probably, you know, for a lot of people watching, they're probably feeling the exact same thing. You know, a lot of people don't necessarily have family businesses to move into, which is what you guys are. But even when you've followed the trajectory of school, then college, then uni, because you wanted a specific job, there'll be people then that are also sat there going, is this it? Is it? Do I have to do this now every day? Even though that's what they wanted. So I think it's human nature to want to explore those next steps and those next possibilities. And probably even more so for creatives. You're both creative, and you know, your brains will be moving at 1,000 miles per hour all the time on how to make something better, more unique. You know, the next character that comes out that's taking off, you guys are already ordering the costumes. What's the show that you can put together? So as you said, it'll be constant work, which I'm sure is exhausting when it is also, you know, the same work all the time. So I suppose, to sort of sum up this sort of section of the podcast before we move into our sort of like quick fire sort of round, is if someone is listening at the minute and they've been watching and listening and maybe resonate with what you're talking about, is there something maybe they can take away from the podcast about what your lives are like as opposed to what it looks like on social media? Because the podcast is very much around showcasing that what we post online is our best day ever. Everything's perfect, everything's wonderful. This is, you know, the best life that everybody should be living. Is there anything that they maybe can take away from that, from behind the scenes?
Like social media is, I mean, like we do have great days, but you know, social media is just, you just need to put all the best things out on there. You know, you can never put, you know, oh, I'm having a really bad day today, I'm crying. And
which is what humans do. I think, you know, we are talking more about sort of mental health, and not even mental health, but we have bad days. And you are allowed to sort of, you know, maybe not being the princess crying in the car on the way home, but, you know, we're human at the end of the day, and we do have knocks. And I think you know, you've got personal lives, and what you can't do is take that with you into your job.
Well,
you've got to shelve it.
Yeah, I think as well at the moment, and you have kind of spoken about it a little bit on social media. So we both suffer from endometriosis, but Ellie's having surgery in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
So like that's not, you know, there's days where I'm in like really bad pain, but I'm putting on a real like woo Starkidz, yeah, and that is not how you do show your best. And I think at the end of the day, what people need to remember is that we are just people, and we're so normal. You know, we go to Tesco and do our shopping like everyone else does. Yeah, we have days where I feel rubbish. You know, I think people see me, you don't really do it now, but me going to these parties with all this energy, and I'm like wow, but inside, you know, some days I'm really having to pull that from somewhere, because I do not feel like that at all, especially with all this that's going on.
There's been times when she's been like suffering with her endo, and she has had to go in and do a party. And it's been kind of like touch and go whether you'd be able to do it. Like pale face, blue lips, the worst pain ever, dosed up on super crazy painkillers.
So as like women in business with that, we're just trying to like
that's a really powerful like message to finish on, really. Women in business, and sort of all of the things that I think a lot of people don't know that we deal with. And like you say, you put on that brave face, you put on that extra layer of lipstick or whatever it is that you need to get through that part of your day. And I think it's incredibly powerful, and I hope people can really see how powerful a duo you are, how much you're leaning on each other. I know that your mother and daughter, not every mother and daughter relationship is that strong. So I think it's a real sort of testament to both of you that your business is a success because of how close you are as a duo. So we're going to go to one last break before our fast little questions. Good luck. I hope the surgery goes really, really well. And we send you all of our love. Are you looking for a unique new place to showcase your business? Well, this could be it. We are building a brand new podcast where we want to showcase local people, local stories, and your local business. So want to be in this sponsor slot? Get in touch today. And we are back. We have so far touched on everything, I think, when it comes to your lives, which has been brilliant. Absolutely love it. We're going to do a quick fire round now, which so far nobody's done quick. But also I feel like I ad-lib as well, so I don't help in this scenario at all. So let's get these out of the way. What's your favourite coffee order?
Vanilla soy latte.
Vanilla soy latte, usually from Horton Coffee, because it's on the same road as our office.
Yes.
Fab. Give them a huge shout out, because I've had coffees from there with huge marshmallows on. Delicious. Wow. Fabulous. Yeah. Also, they're very friendly hosts. They're great in there. They're really, really nice. See what I mean by me ad-libbing. What a nightmare. Favourite place to go for a walk?
The trail?
Yeah, we like I think people call it Kew Woods. I think only we call it the trail. Or Ainsdale Foresty Beachy. Yeah, that you sort of park by the bridge. And then go off in. Really like it there.
But even like round the marina's nice. Yeah.
I love it. Blue sky around there.
Yeah.
Fab.
Looks like you're on holiday.
It does, to be fair. It is really, really nice. Is there like a sports club, recreation club, something you go to that you want to give like a shout out to?
Me no go gym.
I go to Everlast. I would just probably shout out Sharon at the dairy, because she does such lovely things.
Yes. Huge shout out to Sharon. Absolutely brilliant. Favourite restaurant?
I think Rosie's in Bedford. That's our favourite place at the moment. We only recently discovered it, actually. I've always known it was there, but I never went in.
It is fab. We're just talking about their toast. They don't skimp on their bread. My biggest pet peeve with a brunch or a breakfast is where places only give you avocado on one piece of bread. I'm paying £14. Give me 2 slices of bread. What are you doing?
Also,
frustrating.
Oh yeah, hickories.
We work a lot with hickories. So they have a nice little shelter. Also, their onion loaf at the moment is amazing.
Oh, lovely. I might go and try that. And then finally, your hidden gem. Could be anything. Shop, place like to visit.
Maybe.
I feel like there's somewhere and I can't think where.
We do like the plant room.
Yeah.
Is that by the market?
It is.
Yeah.
We've got a wreath from there at Christmas and we've only just taken it off our door.
Aww.
And it was still alive, but
Well,
it
that's
just was
good.
getting silly.
So you're going,
got Studio 9.
yeah. We will take the shout out. Thank you very much, Studio 9. Ladies, thank you so much. I've thoroughly enjoyed the podcast day. It's been great getting to know you both better.
It's been so fun.
I feel like I want to stay.
So yeah, please like, share. Also follow these ladies on Starkidz. They've always got tons of followers, but they could do with more. Always. Thank you so much. Like, share, send it to a friend. And if you want to be a sponsor of our fabulous podcast, get in touch. We will do you regular shout outs and promote the fabulousness that is you. And we will see you next time. Bye.